What's up, guys? This is Bryan here. Today, gonna be talking about the San Francisco 49ers in the upcoming 2017 NFL Draft. So let's get into it. Now, I know I talked a lot about the 49ers and the draft and what have you, but there's been nothing else to talk about, really. It's been NFL offseason. There's no games going on, and I'm just gonna be sticking into it until the draft season ends, and it's gonna be pretty quiet after that. But anyways, gonna make a couple more topic videos and keep on going until the next couple of weeks until draft day. Now, the 49ers, should they go offense or defense? That's gonna be the topic of the day, and it's pretty compelling because they need help on both sides of the ball, especially on defense, because we all know Jim O'Neil. That was a fun experiment with him. I mean, the first game against the Rams, it was so good, 28-0. It was looking too good to be true, and it ended up being too good to be true because they ended up last against the run, last in overall defense, and just possibly one of the worst run defenses in NFL history. It was just terrible to watch, and no wonder why he's not the defensive coordinator anymore for the San Francisco 49ers. So that's a pretty good ousting, and that deserves it because, I mean, you can't just go in your first season the worst run defense in NFL history in this day and age, and it's been terrible. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't want to talk about Jim O'Neil all day. I can rant about him all day, but I don't want to do that. And offensively, last year, it was pretty awful. I mean, they had some moments as well with Colin Kaepernick, Blaine Gabbert, and what have you. They were good in the first half, but then they started sucking in the second half, or they just got dominated big time in the first half and then ended up going to garbage time and what have you, scoring some points. And it was just pretty terrible for the 49ers. I think we all know that. 2-14. I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to do it anyways because it's been frustrating. I've had nothing positive to talk about the 49ers and enough ranting from last year. But offense or defense, since we do need help on both positions, I'm really torn on which side of the ball the 49ers should go on. And to me, based on last year, everything I watched and what have you, I say we go on defense. Yes, defense. I know offense is important. I know Kyle Shanahan's specialty is offense, but at the same time, I think if we go on defense, I think in the long term, it'll be better because if you see the past couple of years with all these Super Bowl teams winning Super Bowls, i.e. the Seattle Seahawks 2013 or the 2016 Denver Broncos, they won based on defense. And if you look at the 2016 Denver Broncos, man, it was just amazing what they did. Peyton Manning, he wasn't Peyton Manning from the last couple of years. He was getting ready to retire, and the Denver Broncos defense just balled out. They had a fantastic playoff run. They beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game. They destroyed the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl. It was just, wow, great to watch the 2016 Denver Broncos. And that proves right there, just that game alone proves that defense wins championships. Offense wins you games, but defense wins championships. And I think if they build on defense, I think that'll be better for the long term. I know Kyle Shanahan is an offensive-minded coach, but I think he should know that you need to have a defense in order to keep it well. And I mean, just look at the Super Bowl. He was just in against the New England Patriots. The defense got worn out and what have you, and the offense couldn't really respond and stuff like that. So I always feel like if you build on defense, I think it's a better way to go. And I think the second pick overall or whatever they get in the first round, I think they should focus on defense first before getting a quarterback. I know a quarterback is very, very essential to the game and what have you. That keeps your offense going. That can make or break your team. Ask the New York Jets. Ask the Denver Broncos right now after Peyton Manning. You need a quarterback big time in today's NFL or any era in the NFL. But I feel like having a defense first can bail your offense out more times than not than the other way around. The offense can't really bail the defense out as much. They can in some situations, but most of the time it doesn't really work that way. I feel like defenses can do a better job at bailing a terrible offense out. I mean, look at the 2000 Ravens. I know that's apples to oranges to before, but at the same time, I think that fits into my argument really, really well. And I feel if they build on defense, I think it's going to be good in the long term. Maybe in the short term, it might be a little so-so, but I feel like with Robert Saleh, hopefully it can work out for the 49ers this year. And I'm really into the mindset that defense wins championships, and I hope they go on defense in the first round and what have you. I hope they focus on defense more than the offense. And they did get a lot of good offensive players, I think, in my mind, on paper this year from free agency with Pierre Garçon and Kyle Juszczyk and what have you. I think they can be really good foundation skill players for whoever is going to be the quarterback this year, whether it's Brian Hoyer or Matt Barkley or the first round or mid-round draft pick for this year's NFL draft. I don't know who's going to be the quarterback, but whoever it is, I think they have some target to work with. And Carlos Hyde's not too bad of a running back as well, but he is a little fragile though. I will say that he can be a little glass man just a little bit, but he's a great back whenever he's healthy. Hopefully everything can work out as I said before, but it's going to be hard to tell. I mean, when you find players in the draft, you sometimes get lucky. I think NFL executives get lucky in finding really good talent, especially in the later rounds, like Richard Sherman, what have you, from way back when, John Schneider. I don't know how he finds fantastic players in the later rounds, but I think that's the problem with the 49ers for the past couple of years. They weren't able to cash in on the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round picks. I mean, Trent Baalke, he didn't really do a good job in finding depth, and it pretty much caused his demise as the 49ers general manager. Just the inability to find good talent in the later rounds. I mean, first and second round is important as well, but you got to find gems as well to fit into your team, and Trent Baalke couldn't do that as well. I know I've been kind of jumbling around from the past to the present to the future, but you guys know what I mean. I'm always in the mindset that you should build a team based on defense first, then on offense, in my opinion. Maybe it's different now, but I still feel like I think if you want to go for long-term success, you should build on defense. I mean, you look at the Houston Texans as well. So many examples for this video, but the Houston Texans this year, they had a terrible quarterback or what have you. Brock Osweiler, that was an experiment for them, and the defense actually bailed them out even without J.J. Watt. So that was just impressive on Houston's part on their defensive side of the ball, and that shows right there, that's just the best example right there. Their defense pretty much carried them to the playoffs, although they lost to the New England Patriots Patriots again, but they carried them to the playoffs, so that's pretty impressive. Hopefully the 49ers do build on defense. Hopefully they can get some good players, but as I said before, sometimes you just get lucky, and hopefully their luck goes well. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think the 49ers should draft on this year. Should they draft offense or defense first? Other comments about the 49ers, just let me know in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, do whatever you want with the video, and I will be catching you guys up later. So I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day. Bye, guys.